Okay, our live stream is up. We're going to start on page 6 of our Siddurim with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hashayre, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boechem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barhuni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seichem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei El Elyon. Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Page 7 of our Siddurim, so we're going to join together for the Shabbos candle blessings and lighting. Would you like to do it? Page 7.
Come, let us welcome Shabbat.
May its radiance illuminate our hearts.
Light is a symbol of the divine.
The eternal is my life
In my salvation.
Light is a symbol of the divine within us.
The human spirit is the light of the eternal.
Light is a symbol of the divine law.
For the mitzvah is a lamp and a Torah a light.
Light is a symbol of Israel's mission.
I, the eternal, have made you a covenant people, a light to the nations. John and Laura are now going to light our Shabbos candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Blessed are you, O eternal our God, who makes our lives holy through divine mitzvot, and has commanded us to kindle the Shabbat lamp. May the eternal bless us with Shabbat joy.
Amen.
May the eternal bless us with Shabbat peace.
Amen.
May the eternal bless us with Shabbat holiness.
Amen. We'll join together now on page 9 for Lechai Doidi. Lechai Doidi, Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Lechai Doidi, Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Shamor B'Zachor B'Dibur Echad, Ishmiyanu Echad Nuchad, Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad, Lishem Otiferet V'Litila, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Likrat Shabbat, Lechu V'Nelchad, Ki Mekor HaBracha, Merosh Mikedem Nesuka, Sof Ma'asa B'Machsha Tehila, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Hi Ori, Kiba Orek Kumi Ori. Ori, Shir Dabiri, Kavod Adonai, Alai Negila, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela, Lechai Doidi Likraka, La Yadada, 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 B'nei Shabbat. Nekavela. Now we face the entrance or exit of our building as we welcome in the Shabbos bride. Boi v'shalom aseret bala, Gam v'simcha u'b'tzola, tov emunei am sigula, boi kala, alech haidoti likra kala, yedadai b'nei Shabbat, nekavela, alech haidoti likra kala, yedadai b'nei Shabbat, nekavela. Remain standing now on page 11 for the Hatzi Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba. V'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlech machutei. V'chayechon u'yomechon u'chayetecho beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'bizman kari v'yamaru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mivorach. Le'olam le'amaya yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yishba'ar, v'yishraman, v'yitnasei, v'yitzadar, v'yitzaleh, v'yitalal, shemei l'kudusha b'rechu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran v'alma, v'yameru, amen. Page 12, we join together for the Baruch Hu. We face the ark for the blessing. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Page 13, we join together the translation for creation. Eternal God, your majesty is proclaimed by the marvels of earth and sky. Sun, moon, and stars testify to your power and wisdom. Day follows day in endless succession, and the years vanish, but your sovereignty endures. Though all things pass, not let your glory depart from us. Help us to become co-workers with you and endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. Blessed are you, O Eternal, who brings on the evening. Page 14. Ahavat olam beit Yisrael, amcha ahavta, Torah mitzvot, hukim u'shpatim, otanu lemadita. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, b'shofbenu u'kumeinu, natziach behukecha, v'nizmach b'divrei toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי כן חיינו לאורך ימינו וכן נגע יומם בלילה, ואהבת אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו Yisrael. Page 15, we join together for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated for the V'ahavta on page 15. V'yavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol vavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meotecha v'hayu hatibarim ha'ele asher lachi mitzavecha hayom al vavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'divarta bam v'shitecha b'betecha u'b'letecha b'derech u'shachbecha u'pkomecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktatam al mizuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem ekol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'lechem ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hotzeiti etchem mieretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem. And next, page 17. Eternal truth is that you alone are God, and there is none else.
May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exalt in your justice.
Let them beat their swords into plowshares.
Let them beat their spears into pruning hooks.
Let nation not lift up sword against nation. Let them study war no more.
You shall not hate another in your heart. You shall love your neighbor as yourself.
Let the stranger be in your midst, you as the native, for you were once strangers in the land of Egypt.
From the house of bondage we went forth to freedom. So let all be free to sing with joy.
Page 18. Mi chamocha b'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, norati lot osei felet, machutecha rubanecha b'keyar lifnei Moshe, ze eli anu v'amru, Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. ונאמר כי יפרע אדוני את יעקב וגאל מחזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל Yisrael. Page 19. Cause us, O eternal our God, to lie down in peace and to awaken us each morning to life renewed with strength. Spread over us the holy shelter of your peace.
Help us to order our lives by your counsel and lead us in the paths of righteousness. Be a shield about us, protecting us from hate and war, from pestilence and sorrow.
Curb also within us the inclination to do evil, and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Guard our going out and our coming into life, with peace from this time forth and forever.
Blessed are you, O Eternal, whose holy shelter of peace is spread over us, over all God's people Israel, and over Jerusalem.
Page 20, we join together for Vishamru. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam berit olam Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat Lasot et ha-Shabbat ledoretam berit olam Bnei Bnei Israel, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Vishamru Bnei Israel et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam. Ki shesh yamin asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et ha'aretz v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam u'bayom hashvi'i Shabbat v'yinafash Shabbat v'yinafash, Shabbat v'yinafash, Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat le'doretam berit olam. We now rise on page 21. Adonai sefatati tachu fia gita hilatecha Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu Elohei Abraham Elohei Yitzchak Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor V'Hanara El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Konei HaKol V'Zocher Chasei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Ge'ula Lifnei B'nechem L'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Abraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor L'Olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav L'Hoshia Mashiv HaRuach B'Merit HaGeshem Mechalkel Chaim B'Chesed Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim Somech Noflim V'Rofech Olim Umatir Asurim Omekayem emunato lishenei afar michamocha ba'al giburot umidom melach melech memid umechayeh umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atah lechachayot hakol baruch atah Adonai mechayeh hakol atah kadosh v'shem hakadosh koshim b'chol yom yahallelu chasela baruch atah Adonai ha'eh hakadosh. We daven silently until page 29. We join together for Oseh Shalom on page 29. Oseh Shalom bimromav, Uyaseh Shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imru Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom. Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ve'al Kol Yisrael. V'yameru, Amen. All right, we now turn to our Torah portion of today. Who can share with me something that they picked up from in our Torah lesson for this week? First off, what is our Torah portion? Toldot, Toldot, or Todos, depending on how you pronunciate it with an Ashkenazi or Sephardic pronunciation. Okay, what else do we know about this week's Torah portion?
Okay, go ahead.
Well, actually, this is interesting because when I was teaching 6th grade here during COVID, this was the parsha play we had to do, and we did it with paper dolls because I sent it to the kid. I and we actually did the thing with the two brothers, and so I actually know a lot about this one. But, and it was interesting teaching it on Zoom. Doing a partial play on Zoom was not easy. It's about parents and children and also teachers and students and ourselves and what makes us the way we are. And it teaches us the lengths to which some parents will go to try to make their children fit into a mold that they have created for them. And Rebecca certainly did not accept her oldest son for who he was, which is why she favored her younger son. And not accepting their children for who they really are, and parents can't see their children and see their strengths. They try to mold them into what they want.
Okay, very good. Anything else? I'm going to share, of course, my devar, but also some thoughts as well today. Go ahead.
I thought it was interesting, the similarity between how it was for Abraham and Sarah and how it is for Isaac and Rebecca. They both had trouble getting pregnant, and then in both cases, the oldest child, who was the heir, was not the one who, took over and, became the leader. It was the younger child, and it was the older one serving the younger child. And it goes to show that, God didn't care about, what, necessarily what, favoritism and following, how it should be the older one because they're the firstborn. It was he has an agenda and what needs to be done, in order for him to achieve, for God to achieve their agenda. But also, in both cases, they followed what, they followed God. They followed what God wanted.
I just want to say also, Esau gave up his birthright to live, like to get sustenance, and how you can't have one thing without the other. Like if he had had the ability to keep both things, maybe he would have, but he had to give something away to get what he needed. And I think we all do that. But he did it at a greater expense than most people can.
Yeah, it's a very unreasonable expense that he did.
He did not get
Get a cup of
what
soup.
he gave away. He didn't get compensated for enough.
We got a cup of soup, but it's not enough.
Well, he just wanted instant gratification.
Yes, so I'll go ahead and I will
I just
say
want to say,
something.
he didn't make a good deal.
Yeah.
So there is a medical explanation that actually does pretty well define the twins and how they were born, and also their developmental delays, particularly of Esau. So there is in medical journals, and as I was a medic for a while, we actually learned about this. There's something known as twin-twin transfusion syndrome, which is when there are two sets. There's twins that are born. The first that is usually born with a hueish color, discoloration, that they're marked by developmental delays throughout their life, and then the younger of the two, typically that is born second, usually has a more neurotypical developmental phase. So when I read this week's Torah portion, I oftentimes think about what is described as twin-twin transfusion syndrome, and it seems very similar to what is being described in our Torah. It clearly didn't have the language or the medical knowledge in antiquity to describe it, but it sounds to us today as reading it, when you're bringing any medical knowledge to the reading, that seems to appear as what is being described with the relationship of the two brothers as well as with the parents. That isn't what I'm going to share with us today. It's just an anecdotal piece of knowledge, okay?
Interesting, though.
Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, so this week's Torah portion is Parshat Toldos, and it tells the story of Isaac and Rebekah's twin sons Esau and Jacob. Their narrative unfolds with themes of sibling rivalry, identity, blessings, and the enduring struggle to find a place in the world. So as we celebrate Thanksgiving, just yesterday, a time of gratitude, family, and reflection, Parshat Toldos offers profound lessons about blessings and the responsibilities that they carry. From the moment Jacob and Esau are conceived, they embody a struggle. The Torah tells us the children struggled within her, and she said, "If so, why do I exist?" That's from Genesis 25, verse 22. Rebekah's turmoil reflects a tension that resonates with many families, how to nurture unique individuals within a shared covenant. Esau, the firstborn, is a hunter-gatherer, a man of the field, while Jacob is described as quiet and dwelling in tents. Despite their differences, both seek their father's blessing, a singular acknowledgement of their work and dignity. Isaac, favoring Esau, intends to bestow the blessing of material abundance and dominion onto him. But through Rebekah's intervention and through Jacob's actions, Jacob receives the blessing instead. This act sets in motion a lifetime of conflict and reconciliation between the two brothers, but it also teaches us that blessing comes with complexity and of responsibility. The story of Parshat Toldos parallels, though, the experience that we just had yesterday of Thanksgiving, and it focuses on blessings and their implications in our own world. So Thanksgiving, it originates as a harvest festival, a moment of acknowledgement of the bounty of earth, and a thanks of sustenance. Much like Isaac's blessing to Jacob, the abundance we celebrate is not merely a gift, it is a trust, a covenant. And here in the United States, Thanksgiving often centers on gratitude for material blessings, that is, food, shelter, and prosperity. But as Jacob's story teaches us, blessings carry obligations. Jacob's journey after receiving the blessing is one of personal growth. He learns that the privilege of being blessed requires honesty, humility, anava, an important midah, and the ability to make amends. Jacob's transformation over the course of his life reflects a deeper understanding of what it means to receive a blessing. Initially, he takes the birthright and the blessing through his cunning deception, but later he must face the consequences of his actions and reconcile with Esau and take responsibility and the responsibility of building a family and a nation. His story reminds us that blessings are not endpoints, but beginnings, a call to accountability and to service. On Thanksgiving, we pause to express our gratitude, but the day also calls us to ask, how do we honor our blessings? How do we resource? How do we use our resources to uplift others, to repair relationships, and build a better world? We think back to the first stories that we read of Thanksgiving, with the pilgrims and the hardships that they had. But their gratitude of survival was intertwined with the acknowledgement of interdependence, a value deeply embedded in Jewish tradition. In Parshat Toldos, the generational transmission of blessings is central. Isaac receives Abraham's covenantal promise and passes it on to Jacob, ensuring the continuity of the Jewish people. Similar to this, in Thanksgiving, it is a time when family gather, often sharing stories, recipes, and traditions that connect us to the past, present, and future. The act of blessing, as seen in Isaac and later on in Jacob's life, is not just a one-time event, but it is an ongoing relationship between generations. And it involves recognizing each person's unique contribution while affirming a shared mission. This is a critical lesson for families and communities today. How can we nurture our differences while remaining united? How can we ensure our gratitude today fuels generosity and justice for tomorrow? The Hebrew word toldot, it means generations or descendants, emphasizing continuity and legacy. Thanksgiving, too, it is a generational tradition, a moment to reflect on the blessings inherited from those who came before us and the legacy that we leave behind. Isaac and Rebekah's family was far from perfect, yet this story holds a mirror to our own struggles with family dynamics, fairness, and the challenges of creating a cohesive future. Thanksgiving invites us to sit with our families, imperfect and diverse as they may be, and find ways to nurture unity through our gratitude. So as we read this week's Torah portion, Parshat Toldos, and celebrate Thanksgiving, we are reminded of the deep connection between gratitude and responsibility. Jacob's journey teaches us that blessings require both effort, growth, and reconciliation. Thanksgiving, in its essence, calls us to honor our blessings by sharing them, repairing relationships, and building a world where abundance is accessible to all. So may we approach this season, our holiday just that has passed us, and this week's Torah portion with anava, that important midah of humility, the humility seen in Jacob, the gratitude of our ancestors, and the commitment to pass on the blessings in acts of kindness and justice, gemilut chasadim. Like Isaac's blessing, our gratitude can shape not only our lives, but also the lives of the generations to come. Ledor Vidor, King Hira, so may it be God's will. Amen.
Amen.
Just as a comment,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the reverse order,
Mm-hmm.
but if you take a look at Harry and Meghan, Harry and his brother William,
Mm-hmm.
the conflict between the two
Mm-hmm.
is very evident, and the fact that Meghan was made to feel so uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
there that she was needing a therapy help for dealing with it,
Mhm.
so he came here to America.
Mhm.
In a lot of ways,
Mhm.
reverse order, but
Mhm.
I see a similarity.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you bringing the English narrative, your heritage, to our community also. I too lived in England for a year. It is something I think of as well, so thank you.
You got it.
All right, we now turn to the Misha Berak prayer at the very back of our Sidurims. In just a moment, I'll be reciting names from our Misha Berak list. After the names have been read aloud, I'd like to ask if anyone would like to add any names for today. Today's Misha Berak list includes the following names: Miriam Mendel ben Shira, Nachman ben Malka, Alan Lewis, Esther Baruth, Yehuda ben Joseph, Russ Paneri, Rabbi Alan Darnov, Kelly Grostava, Jen Frunchel, Ida Lawford, Naomi Ashura, Shoshana Bat Naomi, Guy Gordon, Evelyn North, Emma Libros, Chava Bassara, Trudy Gelfield, Marilyn Gerstein, Barbara Burstein, Karen Weintraub, Lisa Stein, Marcia Simkoff, Jeannie Robbins, Mark Rumble, Shimon Ben Abraham, Ilya Ostrava, Janice Tananzo, Susan Iovano, Shoshana Ilana, Bat Devora, Leslie Berg. Are there any additional names for today? Yes.
Eli Oster,
Eli Oster,
Lori Hansen,
Lori Hansen,
Pat and Rudy Maurer,
Pat and Rudy Maurer,
and Marianne Molka.
Marianne Malka, Ellie Unyal as well will add. Go ahead.
Michael Myers,
Michael Myers,
Eric Waxmansky,
Eric Waxmansky,
Harriet Pelcione,
Harriet Pension,
Regina Pasternak.
Regina Pasternak,
Gabriel Levesque
Gabriel Levesque,
and Sharon Lenchner.
Sharon Leshner, thank you.
Nadine Busner.
Nadine Busner. Any additional names for today? Okay, the words to the Misha Berak prayer may be found at the very back or scissors. Misha Berak Avotenu Mekor HaBrecha Le'imotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berak Imotenu Mikor HaBrecha Le'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We now rise on page 30 for the Aleinu prayer. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon ha'kol, la'teit gedula liyotzeh breshit, shalo asana kikiye haratzot, v'lo samanu kumishpachot ha'adama, shalo sam kalkenu kachen, v'gor aleinu kikol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtakavim umotim, lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu netei shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshev yekaro b'shamayim nima'al, u'shechinatu zo b'gofrei meramim, Hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes zulato, Katuv b'torato v'yadat hayom v'hoshevota el aviveha ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim v'ma'al v'yal haaretz mitachad ein od. Page 31. We therefore hope in you, O eternal our God, soon to behold the splendor of your might. Then will false gods vanish from the earth, and the idols will be utterly cut off to heal the world through the sovereignty of the Almighty. Then will all acclaim you as their God, and forsaking evil turn to you alone. Let all who dwell on earth acknowledge that unto you every knee must bend and every tongue swear loyalty. Before you, O eternal our God, let them humble themselves to your glorious name, let them give honor. Let all accept the yoke of your dominion, that you may rule over them soon and forever. For the dominion is yours, and you will rule in glory, as it is written, the eternal will reign forever and ever. V'ne'emar v'haya Adonai, v'melech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. May remain standing if it is your custom for the mourner's cottage found on page 33 of our Sidurians. In just a moment, I'll be reciting names of our Yortzeit list as well as members of our community who have recently passed. After the names have been read aloud, if you are observing a Yortzeit or in the period of Shloshim, please share with us the name of your loved one so that we as one community may pray for the elevation of the neshama to Shemayim above. Our Yortzeit list for today includes the following names: Linda Bloom, Mary Kaufman, Aaron Shapiro, Irvin Yokelson, Mindy Mann, Anita Khan, Clara Rothman, Hilda Kipperman, Helen Martinez, Lawrence Manziano, Ray Feinberg, Charles Schulman, George Davidoff, Barbara Silverman, Sidney Simkoff, Louis Fisher, Anna Cohen, Sophie Namias, Bert Farber, Lee Benner, Seth Schneider, Bruce Fleisig, Mildred Martinez, William Offenberg, David Goodman, Juliet Rabinowitz. Recently passed from our community are the following names: Stephen Carroll Lichtenstein, Stephen Poland Zamuel Ben Motel Veshifra, Erwin Schwob, Ruth Lewis, Shlomo Leib Ben Vogel, Bruce Estrin, Francis Sayowitz, Phil Miller, Brian Leibowitz, Hirsch Poland, Cantor Mary Barron, Wendy Sanseveri, Ann Mushko, Harry Roden. Are there any additional names today anyone is observing a Yortzeit for here today or in the period of Shloshim?
Yes, my father's Yortzeit is today. His name was Irving Breitner.
Irving Breitner.
He passed away on November 22nd, 2022. I also mentioned my mother's name.
Okay.
They both lived to age 99,
Okay.
having been married 78 years.
Wow.
She passed away the month before.
Okay.
So within October and November, I lost two parents.
Wow.
Ray Breitner was her name.
Ray Breitner.
Yep.
May the memories be for a blessing.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Lois Flamholtz,
Lois Flamholtz,
Gloria Tucker,
Gloria Tucker,
no, Lloyda Friedenreich.
Lloyda Friedenreich,
Lenny Preston.
Lenny Preston.
Preston.
Are there any additional names? Okay. The words to the mourner's cottage is on page 33. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba, v'alma dibra hirutzei v'amlech ma'achutzei, v'chayechon v'yoimechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabba nevarach l'olam olamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitzba'ar v'yitjaman v'yitnaseh, v'yitzhadar v'yitzaleh v'yitzalal shemei kudusha b'rechu, le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nekamata, damirandia ma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabbanim shamaya, v'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom v'imramav, v'yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort all who are bereaved, and let us say, Amen. You may be seated. We now have an opportunity for our announcements. The next song.
Used to this side. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat.
Just want to say that last Tuesday, I was very privileged to be part of the Interfaith Thanksgiving service, to attend it. I found it absolutely wonderful to see Jews, Christians, and Muslims together in such a peaceful ceremony, and it felt really, really good. And I just wish we had, a little better attendance, because I think people would have really, really appreciated the music. We had music from all three faiths, and it was just wonderful. All right, and thank you for doing it. Is that working?
I just wanted to move this actually.
Okay. Saturday, November 30th, Torah study at 10 o'clock a.m., worship 10:30. Talking with a rabbi Wednesday at 11 a.m., starting December 4th. Pretzel sale for Hanukkah, the deadline is Sunday, December 1st. More information on the weekly email. Hanukkah menorah lighting ceremony, Thursday, December 26th at 4:30 at Helmetta Borough Hall on the front lawn. New Jersey Devils Jewish Heritage Night, Thursday, December 12th. More information on weekly email. Logan's Bar Mitzvah Project, more information on weekly email. The Hanukkah Shabbat and dinner, Friday, December 27th, 6:30. Kosher Chinese dinner to follow. Register for dinner. New member Shabbat, Friday, December 6th. And Harmonizing Hearts Meditation. Registration opening soon, February 2025. More information on weekly email. Sisterhood Hanukkah Party, December 10th. Bar Mitzvah of Logan, December 14th. And Bat Mitzvah of Jenna, January 11th. Thank you.
We now prepare to conclude our service on page 34 for Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa B'chebzo Kol Azay Melech Shemo Nekra Liyachad Rei Kulo Takol Levado Yimloch Nora Behu haya, behu hobe, behu yiyah, betif ara, behu echai, be'ein sheni, lehamshilo, lehachbira, beli reshi, beli tachli, below ha'oz, ve'hamizra, behu eli, be'chaya goali, be'tzor kebli, be'yesara, Behu nisi umanosli, menat kosi beyom ekra, beya'ado apkid ruchi, v'yetishan v'ya'ira, ve'im ruchi giviyati, Adonai li v'lo ira. Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat shalom. We'll join now for the Kiddush in just a moment, and as well for the Chamotzi. Good Shabbos.